One stamp, one stencil, one die, and 2 clean and simple cards. It doesn't get any easier than this. Welcome back to another Take 2 with Therese, and I'm really excited to be here making a couple of beautiful cards with you using this magnificent branch Build a Garden set. Now these sets have replaced the Build a Flower sets, and this particular one comes with a coordinating layering stencil, and it now has an add-on die, which is brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to playing with these today. You do need to be a little bit careful when you're removing such a large stamp from your packaging because they can tear. So just be gentle and take your time. I'm going to be using my Misty tool to stamp this out today, and it's a large image, so I find the Misty just removes any worry. I can actually re-stamp my image after I've added the colour. I haven't used this stamp before, so I did actually use a conditioning eraser here to prep the stamp and allow it to take the ink just that little bit better. So I used the permanent black ink to stamp out my image and wasn't worried that it didn't stamp particularly well, and you'll see why in just a moment. Now these layering stencils, there's 4 in a set and they are numbered, but you can actually colour each section at a time, like the large flower, the small flower, the branches and the leaves are all sort of separate, and it's easy to work it out. I decided to add a bit of shading using the detail blending brushes and some nice bright pinks here, the cherry blossom set of inks, and rather than just colour one layer of colour, I'm actually adding a bit of depth as I'm going with the 2 layers of colour within the one stencil opening. I hope that kind of makes sense. So this image is just stunning. It is huge, and that's why I thought it'd be fun to make 2 cards using it, because I do like a clean and simple design, and it just gives you a little bit more bang for your buck, so you're kind of getting 2 for the price of 1 here. But it's an image that I was originally meant to be part of the release for this image, but postage being what it is at the moment, I didn't actually get it in time. And then it was out of stock, and now it's back in stock. I'm so excited to be able to actually colour this image up, and it was so simple to do with the stencils, and now they've got the add-on die as well. It just makes me happy. Now, obviously, I will list everything that I've used here today to make this card, so all the different colours and everything. You can use any colours that you want, but if you want to know exactly the colours that I've used, just head through the link that's in the description below the video here. Now, this last layer of the flower, it wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing. I was initially just sort of blending it out lightly rather than having the exact sort of stencil layers, and I think it worked well. It wasn't exactly how I pictured it though at first. And for the leaves, instead of using the detail, because they're quite a large section and I didn't want to have to mask anything off, I've actually just used the mini blending tool for this, and I don't tend to pick this tool up as often as I do the large blending tool or the detail one, and I just have found it's taken me a little while to get used to blending a bit more evenly with these, but I found it worked really well on this sort of middle-sized image. The big blending tools are probably my favourite out of all the Altenew blending tools, and those detail ones are very close behind that. So instead of using browns on the branch, I actually went for greys this time, and I think they turned out really pretty. And this is why I wasn't too worried about the initial stamping of my image. It's because I knew I was going to be restamping it in my Misty once again, but this time I'm going to use a pigment black ink. This is the Obsidian black, and it gives a beautiful crisp dark outline. Love it. And then to die cut it out, I just held it in place with a lot of tape. I did not want this to shift when I went to put it through the die cutting machine. It pretty much fills up the whole plate for my Gemini Junior. Alright, so I've got two A2 card bases here that I've just sat beside each other. I'm just kind of working out where I need to divide my image. I'm thinking obviously one flower on each card, and the most obvious place to separate the two is where the branch comes out from the second leaf. So I have the smaller flower with the smaller leaves on one card design and the larger on the other. And as you can see here, just by twisting and turning, this is going to look beautiful almost anywhere on the card. So I snipped the image in half with a pair of scissors, and I die cut the image again because I actually want to sit this up on the card front on some foam squares, and I don't want it to be, it's only 80-pound Nina, so actually by doubling up the cardstock just gives it that little bit more support. And I used some tape runner to adhere the two together. You could use a liquid glue, that would work really well too. Now I've got a sentiment here. I'm using the Inky Bouquet stamp set and stamping that directly on the card front. And I want to also stamp some of the ink splotches around as well. So I just temporarily hold my flower in place while I stamp those out. And then it's as simple as popping up the image on the front of my card and snipping away the edges that sort of hang over the side of the card. Now this is a A2 side fold card. Lately I've been making side fold cards rather than top fold cards. I don't know why. Now my second card, I decided to actually layer up the Mega Hello die cut. I did it 4 times total. The 3 layers that are underneath are just out of some cheap scrap cardstock that I have lying around, and I use my Nina for the very top layer. I'm using my liquid glue. It just gives me a little bit of time to make sure the edges are nice and flush together. I added a sentiment here, which is from the Blossom Wreath stamp set, and I really like this font. And I'm looking at this and thinking, can I make this really clean and simple? But I'd already committed to the Hello die cut and layered it up. But I just wanted to show you that you could actually add this flower above that word beautiful and it would look very pretty, just like that. I added some matte medium to my die cut Hello and adhered that to the front of the card, and then I could just pop up the flower, which I also doubled up on the die cut so it was a little bit more sturdy. Added some foam tape behind there. So let me know in the comments below, which is your favorite out of these 2 cards? Did you like the sympathy card with the little black paint splatters, or did you prefer the one with the big Hello beautiful? I don't know. I think I like the Hello card. Just that, maybe that titch a little bit more. Thanks so much for joining me here today. I've had lots of fun and look forward to seeing you again here real soon. Till next time. Bye.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!